I'm going to tell you a phrase that might sound like heresy, especially if you come from a culture that taught you that you have to break your back to deserve anything good. The phrase is this: stop trying so hard. I know what you're thinking. That if I don't try hard, I get nothing. That life is a fight. That no pain, no gain. And yes, there is truth in that, but there's also a trap. And that trap is devouring your peace, your health, your sleep, and often your relationships. Stay with me these 6 minutes, because what I'm about to tell you can change the way you live the rest of your life. More than 2,500 years ago in ancient China, the Taoist sages discovered something that modern science is only beginning to confirm. They called it Wu Wei, which means effortless action. It's not doing nothing. It's not laziness. It's acting in harmony with the natural flow of things instead of fighting them. Water doesn't strive to reach the sea. It simply follows the path gravity offers it. And yet, over time, that same effortless water carves mountains and sculpts canyons. Think about it. Everything that exhausts you today isn't the action itself, it's the resistance with which you carry it out. It's the inner dialogue of, this shouldn't be happening, I shouldn't be here, this should be different. That invisible fight with reality is what's stealing your energy. And here comes the first step: eliminate the unnecessary. Look at your life. Of everything you do in a day, how much is truly indispensable? How many conversations, how many worries, how many shoulds do you drag from one place to another like stones in your pockets? The wise from every culture agree on one thing: a good life is not built by adding but by subtracting. Remove what's excess and the essential will appear on its own. But there is a deeper level, and this is where the Word of God becomes light on the path. Because there is something that not even the wisest Taoist could name with the clarity that Jesus said it, and it is the attachment to results. You are not tired from working. You are tired from carrying the fear of failing, carrying the obsession to control, carrying the weight of a future that hasn't yet arrived. And Jesus, in the Sermon on the Mount, tells you something that if you truly hear it, will set you free today. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Matthew 6:34. Each day has enough trouble of its own. What a phrase. What medicine. God is not asking you to stop acting. He is asking you to stop agonizing. To let go of the result. To do your part with excellence and hand over to Him what you cannot control. Because when you let go, you don't lose. You align. And when you align with Him, life stops pushing you and starts carrying you. Now let me give you an example we've all lived. Sleep. There are nights when you're so tired, so desperate to sleep, that you get into bed with a fixed idea. I have to fall asleep now. And what happens? The more you try, the more awake you are. The more you strive to sleep, the further sleep is. Because sleep does not obey willpower, it obeys surrender. Only when you stop forcing, when you loosen the body and release the mind, does rest come, almost by surprise. And so it is with almost everything important in life. Love does not arrive when you chase it. It arrives when you stop begging for it. Peace does not appear when you demand it. It appears when you stop fighting yourself. Abundance does not flow when you squeeze it. It flows when you open your hands. Forcing produces the opposite of what you seek. It is a silent law of the universe, and those who don't understand it spend their lives rowing in circles. Seneca, the Roman philosopher, wrote something beautiful 2,000 years ago. He said that much of human suffering comes from swimming against the current of life. We pretend things should be as we want them, and not as they are. We fight with the weather, with traffic, with others, with our own history. And that struggle, said Seneca, does not change the river, it only drowns you. So, what is the central lesson of all this? Listen carefully, because this phrase sums up what many take a lifetime to learn. Life is not asking you for tension, it is asking you for direction. It is not asking you to clench your teeth harder, it is asking you to know where you are going. It is not asking you to run faster, it is asking you to walk with God. Because when you walk with Him, your effort stops being wear and becomes surrender. You no longer work to prove to the world that you are worthy. You work because you know whose you are. And that difference changes everything. It is the difference between the one who rises each morning fearing what awaits and the one who rises knowing that. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, Philippians 4:13. It is the difference between the one who screams, "Why me?" and the one who whispers, "Your will be done." So today, when you close this video, I want you to take this. Stop pushing doors that God has not opened. Stop forcing answers that are not yet ripe. Stop dragging burdens that were never yours. Do what is yours to do today, with your hands and with your heart, and hand over the rest to God, because He Himself promised you. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. Life is not conquered by clenching fists, it is received by opening hands. Rest, trust, walk, and you will see how what you fought so hard for begins to come to you on its own.